Yes, people, here we are, back in the net podcast, England Euro Squad Special 2024. We've got Hamza, my boy Hamza. We've got Joshua, Travis here. Big up for having you guys on. Listen, guys, introduce yourselves, man. It's been a while since you've been on.
It's been a while, but I'm glad to be on. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone who's watching from Back in the Net podcast. Really enjoying what Matthew's doing week in, week out with his weekly previews on Arsenal and his weekly reviews of Arsenal games as well. Absolutely fantastic and doing really, really well in the YouTube scene as well. And I've just got to say thank you very much for inviting us. Again, it's great fun to go through an international break as well, and as opposed to just relaxing and not really doing much. I'm glad to be on the show. I'm ready for this one. Good topic of conversation because every YouTuber seems to be doing it. I would need to get Matthew's point of view across as well. I'm looking forward to it.
Big up. Next, don't be shy, Joshua. Don't be shy, man.
Listen, I'm
professional.
I'm honored to make my debut, back in that podcast. Trying to get me in January for the half the season Premier League.
Finish the story.
Draft and all that. But I'm here to finish it. I'm here to stake my claim and bring up some more prop, whatever the prop may be this afternoon or evening or morning, whenever you're watching this, guys. So, definitely. Jokes aside, I'm happy to be on the podcast. I echo everything that Hamza's saying. Content daily, weekly on the Arsenal, win, lose or draw. Even when they lose in the Champions League, he's there. Even if they
lost. It's been a while since they lost as well.
Look him reminding me.
We'll be there though in a couple of weeks' time. We will be there. But honestly, it's good content. And yeah, we're going to chop up today, Euro 2024, which is less than 100 days to go. That's 11 weeks to go. So it's not far, the tournament. Quick maths for you guys. Yeah, bring on.
Big up,
Michael Dapper's worried right now. That's what I'm saying.
Travis.
I went to school with him,
Oh, wow.
Oh, what? How have you not told us this before?
Yeah, I know it is. But let Travis introduce himself.
Sorry, Travis.
Sorry. You're on mute again, Travis. Come on now. Travis, you're on mute again.
Yeah, no, I want to hear about Michael Dapper. That's way more important. Get that out of the way.
You know what? Actually, come on. Talk to us a bit about that. Let's get into it. Come on.
No, he's only I went to the same school. He's a couple of years older than me. So I think he was like, I was in year 7, he was in year 10. So, yeah.
Did he ever kick your football over the fence?
No,
I bet he bullied you, didn't he,
man? I've only got good words about Michael and his brother. They're good lads. Happy blue.
Did he invite you to the video shoot, where Stormzy was there and not Stormzy, where Chunks was there and a few other Instagrammers were there as well? Did he invite you there as well, Joshua?
No, we're not in that time. If you saw me in the street, it'll be, he spotted me, but hey, but we're not in that.
Respect to Michael Dapper. Hopefully, he watches Back in that podcast and follows Joshua on Football Focus every Saturday. So big up Michael Dapper for that.
Big up Michael Dapper. Yes, listen, look, we haven't got to Travis's intro. Travis, introduce yourself, man. Best to all.
Sorry, Travis, man. That was my bad, man.
No, you're all right. It's a lot more interesting than anything I've got to say, to be fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, Travis was fasting today out of solidarity. If he says he's got nothing interesting to say, I will say it for him. Congratulations, Travis. You completed 1 day of Ramadan. So fair play, everyone.
Congrats. Fair play.
Give Travis his flowers.
One day is nothing when you guys do 30 every time. That's
what do you mean by you guys?
You guys, like you and friends and stuff.
By the way,
right, that's me done logging off. Good night, boys. Have a good one.
Thanks, Matthew. It's a different vibe on this one completely. Come on.
Listen, I'm gonna do a couple of days myself, so big up.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to it.
But yeah, go on. Let Travis introduce himself properly. Hamza, disturbing the guy. Go on, Travis. Floor's yours.
Yeah, good to be here. Excited to be back on. Something to do during these boring international breaks. So, yeah, thanks for relieving my boredom, Matt. Thanks for having us back on. Always good to be here.
No, big up. No, thanks for having. Listen,
Crossbar Challenge King is on the show. Get it right. This guy is sick at crossbar. Travis doesn't big himself up. He's so sick at crossbar challenges and is a much better goalkeeper and is playing really good in his football tournament that he plays every single Monday. But again, I know Travis is too humble to hype himself up, so I'll hype it up. Travis, keep doing your good work, man. I appreciate it.
For those of you that don't follow, Friday night counter attack. yeah. Check the reels. Travis hitting that crossbar daily, daily, easy. We light work for him, light work.
That's it. That's the energy I'm talking about. That's the energy we're on today. This isn't a usual. Oh, what's happening in the Premier League this week? This is England Euro 2024 squad debates. We're ready for it. Let's go.
Listen, like Joshua said, less than 100 days, man. We're nearly there. So
Joshua's skincare routine is on point today. Everyone's ready, and we're looking forward to it. Let's go.
My face a bit dry. I can't lie to you. I cannot lie. I'm just on the ground. I need a trim. Next time on this podcast, I need a trim, man. You guys get me on my chairs.
HD cuts will be coming through for you soon, Joshua. I assure you, it's going to happen.
Travis looking at me like, it's the same all the time.
Oh, man. But listen, Euro squads. We've got the Euros coming. I don't know about you lot, but I think England are one of the favourites.
I disagree. They're outside the top 5.
That's out now. Whoa, we're going to get into that.
Outrageous.
But listen, Travis has got the squads. We had a little bit of a mishap before. Travis got the squads.
The internet don't need to know about mishaps. We're on pristine level here. We're ready for it. Travis was meant to be the one.
We like to let people know, let people know the real truth. That's the truth. So Travis got the squads.
What? Like you're a Spurs fan still? What?
We're gonna scrutinize people's squads. Stop that. And we're gonna go from there. Literally, you know what, Travis? Take it away. First squad. Chuck it up.
Cool. Let's get the worst one out of the way nice and early, shall we?
It's like Who Wants to Be
Beautiful. There we go.
I feel like we need the Who Wants to Be Millionaire.
You can edit that in post.
So whose squad we? So whose squad we got here? So we've got whoever this is. Take the lead. Talk to us about it. Go on.
Who said it was the worst squad?
Whose is it?
This is mine.
Oh.
This is yours. Oh, I assume this was Hamza's.
Oh,
assumed. What do you mean by that, Travis? What do you mean by that?
Joshua,
because this.
So I'm doing this on my phone. So the 11 is.
I'm going on to big screen so I can see it properly.
Pickford in goal. The left back is Shaw if he's fit, and
are you
Kyle
sure
Walker if he's fit.
Nice.
His back four is my back four. His one was the third person. So John Stones and Maguire.
It's your country.
I'm going Kobe Mainoo with Rice, Bellum, Saka, Foden, and Gay. I mean that's like England's strongest 11. I mean who else right
With
now
who?
is joining that midfield? Sorry.
You see Kobe Mainoo. So I'm looking at it from Jude and Foden in midfield.
And Rice is there.
Rice as well. Okay.
Rice as well. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not used to seeing him in number 18. So I completely.
Yeah, Rice is up here. Yeah.
Yeah, Travis, use a cursor, please, because I can't see a lot of these players on my screen. Thank you.
I mean, Rashford, it's a flick of a coin in terms of obviously Foden's having a better season. Obviously, naturally Rashford would be even Rashford or Foden. That's why I said contention to start. Trippier.
Why Trippier? I need to interject. Why Trippier? Wait, Matthew. Are we allowed to interject straight away? Or
no, listen, we're checking out because I've got Trippier in. But I want to know if Joshua's putting in for the same reason I've chucked him in.
Yeah.
Don't spoil your team, Matthew. You let the audience figure out till later. Come on now.
So Trippier's in because he's experienced. He's not had the best season so far, but his set pieces for injuries, his set pieces experience is valuable. And I think I mentioned this in the group chat about we only got 23 players, and if there's injuries, he's someone who could fill in left back, right back, and. I just think you can play 5 at the back. You know, Shaw can tuck in, Walker could tuck in. It's just an added bonus, I think, in the defensive element with experience, and you could actually defend because Trent, who's on the plane, can't. Maddison, absolute baller, but I don't think he can start in the 10. I wouldn't actually start, and he's not better than Jude Bellingham, or hasn't had a better season him at least, but he's knocking on the door. If you were going to drop Jude a bit deeper in the 8 and Mainoo's on the bench, Maddison's your man to come in. I wouldn't be anybody else. So underplayed in my team is Palmer. Who's next to Palmer? Who's that guy?
Bowen.
Abraham.
Yeah. So these two have had fine seasons. Palmer's been excellent. Bowen, I just think he's a nippy winger.
Why do you need 3 right wingers though? You got Saka, Cole Palmer, and Jared Bowen. Why do you need 3?
Injuries, injuries, Hamza, and quality overload. As we saw on the weekend in Man United, Liverpool, and Man United beat Liverpool 4-3. Just throw as many good players in the field. if Harry Kane got injured, England need to find new ways to win football games. You know, they need to find a new vocal point. People like Bowen and Palmer, they're in form. You can't leave them.
Bowen's a focal point for you. Would you play him striker or right winger?
I put him right wing, but he can move around though, can't he? He's played up front with Kudos this season in a 4-4-2. If Kane was to get injury, you could have Bowen up top, you could have Palmer in behind. It's just about fluidity. You know, these guys are on the plane, not going to start, but you need to have quality. For me, the big one was Watkins or Tony. I went Watkins because I think Watkins has more to his game. I did the game West Ham Villa on the weekend, and look, Tony's obviously been banned, but Watkins has been involved in more goals and assists than any other person in the Premier League, which is mad when you think about
top 3 in Europe as well.
There we go. So that's a must. You can't.
Top five now because of Juricas. Top 5.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't be getting my stats wrong. Not in front of Joshua.
Come on. You know what I mean? I came with actual facts here. My places are lying. But
I don't follow Premier League. I apologize. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're forgiven. But because of that, Watkins is just a goal magnet. He's an assist magnet, and it's like for Kane. But as I said, the 11's very strong, so that's the 11 I would play. Trent, look, I don't want people moaning. Liverpool fans just have campaigns and all this type of stuff. But no, jokes aside, technical level, he's amazing, and he could. I was thinking about him being in the contention. If you put him in the midfield, he'll be really good as well to replace a Mainu, to go in there with Rice. Fantastic player. And same with Trippier, is what he can bring set piece wise. Look, anyone could put the ball in the box in the corner, 90 minutes, a great option off the bench. Imagine spazzing balls to Maguire like Fernandes was doing on Sunday. You can see Trent doing that. Is that Gallagher? No, that's Brantwaite, isn't it?
That's Brantwaite.
Casual racism.
That's Brantwaite.
Please. So that's Brantwaite. I think he's been excellent. I think he's a wonderful young centre-back. I think there's still things he can grow in his game, but he's going to be in
6'5". He's grown quite a lot already, Joshua.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm not talking about his body. I'm talking about his reading of the game. I do think he gets caught short sometimes. There's no harm getting done by Erling Haaland like he did at the Etihad, but there's a lot of occasions where he can show his age, but I think he's amazing, and personally I would love Man United to sign him or whatever, but I'll bring him in because, and over other centre-backs, can't really see who have dropped. I think Konsa's dropped out. I just think Brentford is the future.
No Levi Colwill then?
No, Colwill, I don't believe the hype personally.
Really?
I just think,
I'm the same.
Agreed. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all.
Not the hype. I think he's a talented, centre-back. He's very good. But he had a really good season at Brighton. He's come to Chelsea and he's looked as average as everybody else in that back four.
Playing left back as well most times as well.
Yeah, and doing what left back as well. When Chilwell's come back in, yes, he's a natural wing back. I know Chilwell's been playing left wing, but he's not set the world alight. He's been beat. He's been poor. He's not been as good as a Brantwaite or a Konsa. Yeah. Jack Grealish, I think, as you can tell, I'm overloading with attackers. Experience again. Think about Germany. Euro 2021. He comes on, puts the ball to Kane. You just want to kill the opponent. You want to be in that position where England are struggling for goals. Okay, I've got Palmer, I've got Bowen, I've got Grealish. You've got different types of attackers. Grealish can have the close control, get the defenders close. Bowen can go in behind. Palmer can be that set piece magnet or also create. So Grealish,
would you say Grealish isn't in contention because of his injuries, and now you've got players like Palmer and Foden and dare I say Madison also playing?
I can't drop Grealish. I can't justify that. Over who am I going to bring in? Anthony Gordon. Let's be real now. Let's be honest now. Let's talk properly now. I'm being honest because
be honest, but he doesn't start for you. He's behind Madison and Palmer. In your opinion as well, he's behind Foden as well. Is he the 23rd player in your squad besides the goalkeepers?
Yeah, he would be. Yeah, he would be.
So he's like a just in case left winger, basically.
Yeah, he was the one.
Good shout.
Yeah, he was. I can't drop him. Do you know what I mean? I can't drop him. Do you know what I mean? Because Madison's come into the fort. He's been fantastic this season. He's really good number 10. But Grealish, once again, I'm thinking about experience when it comes to tournament football. Palmer, Bowen, and Watkins.
Under won the Euros last summer, no?
Yeah. But that's good. But Palmer, that's under 21. Actually.
That's incredible.
Palmer. But England won the World Cup. Solanke won the World Cup in 2017. Where's Solanke? He's not in my
Foden
team.
did it as well.
Good for Foden. But Foden,
Sancho did it as well.
Where is Sancho? Bless him. So
didn't even make the list from what I can see.
Hamza, please. I can't even see you, please.
That's what's so funny.
What is it? What we did? Okay, Palmer, Bowen and Watkins,
Mm.
they're doing well for their respective clubs, different for England level. So a lot of these players like Trent and Grealish, they come in because of the experience. And people might be like, well, why have you bought Jared Brandt for it? Because you need, centre backs to be thrown in deep end who've got really good potential and are performing. Conor Gallagher, because as you can tell, I've gone really heavy offensively. So I do need some midfielders if people did break down. And I think Gallagher's had a good season once again. He's got good industry work. Can play 8, could be a 6, could be a 10. He's all right. Not the best, but he's probably the 22nd man in my team, I'll be honest. But Grealish plays quality. Ramsdale and Johnson, they're consistent performers for their teams. Ramsdale, I put him in because Henderson, he puts the ball in his own net. So that's my team.
Poor
Tony,
positioning from Henderson as well.
yeah.
Awful.
No comment on him. Yeah. So Tony,
Give me Jason Steele over Dean Henderson all day. That's what I'm saying, my friend.
Ooh.
Maybe a preview what's to come.
yeah. Is Jason still English?
It's still English for now.
Yeah.
So Tony, flick of a coin. Maybe
Joshua, I'm
he
seeing
was
a big comparison with who's obviously starting and just missing out in terms of complexion on the teams. Can I comment on that?
So I mean, Chilwell was in my team until I had to. It was either him or Trippier. So he just misses out. Konza, as I said, I've already spoken about Bamboy. The Tomori, I don't think he's had a good season he did a couple of years back like he did in the World Cup. Eze, it doesn't make any sense for me. He wouldn't play. If it was my team, I wouldn't. Palmer is more influential at 10 at the moment. And then you've got Foden, you've got Maine, you've got Jude, and you've got Maddison. So Eze, great baller, fantastic. Curtis Jones, I really like him. And I was actually thinking of bringing him in instead of Conor Gallagher or drop in maybe a Bowen. I think he's really good and something different. But he missed out. Reece James been injured. He might be fit, but he's just injured, so he doesn't make it. Henderson, not setting the world like Crystal Palace.
He's back up now as well. They spent 20 million on him. Sam Johnson is ahead of him. That's what I love.
I forgot he had gone there. I was looking the other day. I said, "Where's this guy? Nottingham Forest? Nah." Number 2.
Matt Turner, you're there, Matt Turner. Come on now. You know you're up. You know where you're at, Nottingham Forest. Come on, you know this.
Matt Mannion. I told you already.
Mike.
Matt Mannion.
Yeah, Mike's younger brother, English cousin.
and then Anthony Gordon, I think he's had a good season.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
But the players above are either really stacked or more experienced. I value that, as you can tell, in my team for the tournament. Barkley, listen, I'm so happy he's running it back, doing what he's got to do for Luton. But Luton are going to get relegated, so you can't be taking people like that. I'm joking, not because of that. I just don't think I have a space for it. It's a joke, guys. Laugh with me, so I don't get ripped. Thank you. And Solanke, I like Solanke a lot. Good season, but if Tony can't get in, it's looking good for him. Yeah.
Is it because of Indian heritage? Is that what it is?
Yeah, beef a lot.
Is he? Oh, I never knew that.
Solanke's an Indian name.
Who's that? He's number 19. Is that Harvey Elliott?
Yeah.
That's no way he's getting anywhere near my team.
No, you've got Wilson, Nketiah, Mason Mount, Joe Gomez, Dyer, Raheem the Dream. Oh, talk to us about Raheem the Dream. Why is he not there?
Raheem, listen, we had this conversation obviously on Sunday. I'm a big fan of Raheem Sterling. He's had a fantastic in the last 20 years, a really good England career. But he doesn't fit. He's not going to head of Foden. He's not going to head of Saka. These two elite ballers. He's not going to head of Rashford. Who, on his days, Rashford's had the best season. You look at the game on Sunday, just for example, he's always in the wars. He's always creating. He's always scoring. He's a good playmaker. Sterling's missing chances. Sterling's doing conversions, to be honest, which is disappointing. He misses out because...
it's me and my free kick challenge. Always doing conversions, isn't it, Travis? Going over the bar, not under the bar. Come on.
But don't you think that Gareth Southgate might just go, you know what, I just want a bit more experience. I want someone that's done tournaments for me. Might chuck him in over someone else, don't you think? Even though he's not in form.
No, I think he's done because he would have been called up. He would have been dropped now. He got dropped in September. It was a bit random. And his form was awful. It's kind of justified. And Southgate stocks are low in the whole country. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of the only rare win he's had in terms of personnel. As you can tell, Henderson's not even in my sheet because that's just not... I don't understand that. That's not even... I don't like to bash Southgate because I think it's boring. I think it's kind of, yeah, we know he's pragmatic, but he has given England some good times the last 10 years, which not other managers have done, and that's a fact. But at the same time, he doesn't help himself with Henderson. I don't get that. And I think he deserves to be bashed for that. Dyer's doing okay for Bayern Munich, but, I think Stones...
Dyer.
Dyer, Eric Dyer.
Dia's doing good for Bayern Munich because it's starting games.
Yeah,
He's been awful.
I can't
He's been
believe he's on
awful.
this sheet. I can't believe it.
Okay, I'm putting my beef for that. It's not my team's chill.
Should have been off the list like Calvin Phillips and Jordan Henderson. Get him out there.
But Eric Dyer, he's not gonna. He's an beef basically. Joe Gomez, listen, he's doing really well. Renaissance, wherever the Beyonce album's called. He's doing really well bringing it back. But when we talk properly, getting it to the nitty gritty, there's better footballers at the moment. Liverpool fans might disagree, but he's an unbeater for me. Who's the guy in the middle? Mount disappointing season for Man United.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't see how he's coming. I mean, if he was in the 4, maybe he would have just missed out maybe on the plane in that kind of like number 8.
Do you fear that he's going to be selected because of coming back from injury and has been a favourite of Gareth Southgate previously as well?
Nah, he's
not going.
Stocks are down. I mean, even doing this for us guys struggle, his stocks are down. And now, the Kobe Mainoo thing is crazy. I cannot believe they just brought him out. No one dropped out. That is an admission of like, oh god, oops. He's basically
yeah, it's true.
They saw our live stream on Sunday night. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think he was thinking, I need to get the player that's going to be my star midfielder next season. So,
and Adiakete is not. I'm ignoring what Matt's trying to go down. This is an England
next
podcast,
season.
Else.
Crazy.
He's talking about Southgate going to United, isn't it? So,
I didn't get that at first. The penny didn't drop. I thought you were saying like for the next tournaments, like
no.
I thought you meant because they'll be at United next
year. What nation? Yeah. No, I ain't watching over Nation. Actually, tell a lie.
That's racist.
Wilson, Abraham. Yeah, there's strikers who are in better form. So that is my squad. I think the 11's very strong.
Yeah,
many people will like Kobe, the hype behind, but I think Jude is the 10. I personally am one of these people who believe Jude is just a 10. I don't think he's going to be as good as an 8 or 6. Not comparing him or Pogba, but you get these multifunctional midfielders. Everybody looks at Jude and his presence, how he's been in his career at Dortmund, obviously Birmingham, but I think he's so effective in the 10. That's why he's getting all the goals, all the assists at Real Madrid. I don't see the point of dropping him at 8. I don't think he's got the physicality. Which is people might be like, really? You watched him? Listen, that's my opinion. I don't believe he doesn't need. I don't know. Also, no, I don't believe he probably could do it, but he doesn't need to. He's so influential on that top end of the pitch. But he might prove me wrong. He's only 21. He's so young. He's amazing. 20, isn't he? He's so 21. He's 20. Whereas Kobe Mainoo, he looks better as an 8 and a 6. And I think as an 8 next to Rice, and maybe Rice could bomb forward. It's just the most. Who's getting the ball off those 3? Like,
no one.
It's going to be so difficult. So I think that was natural to bring.
Chouameni, Rabiot, and Camavinga.
I'm talking about Englishmen. So I don't know who else you would pick. Do you know what I mean? Even without like Mainoo's hype or whatever, who was that third person? That was always an issue for England.
Yeah,
if you've got someone who's showing promise now, why don't you play him? Because he's better than Phillips and Henderson. Trent maybe, but Trent needs to be Trent has to play in the middle for Liverpool. He's still right back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's not an issue at me at Trent. I like Trent. Technically, he's unreal. Defensively, he's got the issues, but he's made the plane. So I think my 11's strong. I think those 3 players, Maddison, Rashford, maybe not Trippier. I don't know why I put contention. Maybe it was a little slip. But I like the bench. I think if there's issues, I can throw a palm and be like, unlock a defense. Grealish, win me a free kick. Watkins, do me something different. Bowen, go and run ragged some next person.
I don't think he goes though. I think
he's going. I don't think he goes now
because where they're just like no.
You need
like, do well for West Ham, but I don't think they'll take him. But no, what's that 11? I think you've got similar 11s now. Yeah, quite similar. Let's see anyway, because I know someone's off key with their one, but we're gonna go to that. And Travis said your one was the worst one, Joshua.
Travis said yours was the worst. Travis, elaborate. Why was it the worst one? I want to hear your thoughts.
To be fair, I've not looked at Matt's. I've not looked at Matt. So that could be the worst one.
Oh wow. Okay. I think that's it for this one.
Yeah,
Nicely done, Joshua.
I like that one.
No worries. Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Cool.
Cheers.
Let's go for this one next then. Oh, same one. Well done, Travis. That one? Same one again. Nice. Well done. We'll go for this one.
What the hell was even that? Mykonos 2020. Matthew, that's obviously you. Come on now.
Why am I seeing Danny Ings on here?
You know what? I don't know where some of these players come from in the thinking that. But listen,
Well, they're English, Matthew. The whole thing is they're English, so you have to pick your favorite English players. So
listen. One player I wanted to
Connor
see.
Cody, yeah. Mad.
One player that I feel like, okay, not in contention, would just. I think Loftus-Cheek deserves a lot of credit. You know.
Why?
I feel like,
Tell me why.
no, hear me out. I'm not saying to go to the thing, but I think the next squads for next games.
He'll be 30.
How old is he?
He's 28 now. So the next tournament you want to work him for?
No, but do you know what? I like him. I like Loftus-Cheek. I feel like
You have the same barber or something. What is it, Matthew? Come on now, talk to me.
No. I don't go that barb. Man got exclusive thing. You know what I mean? No one knows about my barb.
You can't just flop the squad then, man. You can't.
Yeah, hang on. I'm getting the other one up. I'm getting the other one up.
It's good to see everyone after such a long time. It felt like I was on a work call or something.
Can't share my barber. Yeah, that's just too slit in it. Anyway,
are you your own barber, Matthew?
Sorry, sometimes.
Are you your own barber?
You must be mad. I never do my own hair. You must be crazy. You must be crazy. No way. I bought clippers during COVID, yeah, and I put them down. And you know, you look in the mirror, you go, "Nah, it's not gonna work. It's not working."
Man, I was just there like that for ages.
I'm not catching. Nah, way. No way. No.
It was crazy, but it was.
But now, you know what? As Travis has already put mine up, I'll talk about it a bit now anyway. But
we'll wait for Travis to put up a fish so we can all review it in person. Because I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's so many names that you left out that I think we have to get into. But I like your starting 11 from my first impressions anyway.
Yeah,
it's the same 11 as mine.
That's what I like.
You never said that though.
I did. I said, well done.
Now, you know what? So
it's on record as well, Joshua.
You know what? So I've gone with same 11. With Pickford, I feel like you know what? His Everton form never concerns me. Like, nobody plays for England. He's going to have a big tournament or big game.
Agreed.
Can I just say, Pickford is probably the most consistent England midfielder I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Midfielder?
David is a goalkeeper, sorry. Most consistent goalkeeper. Yeah, I made a typo. Most consistent goalkeeper I've seen in my England lifetime. Over David James, Paul Robinson, Joe Hart, David Seaman as well, to be fair as well. He had some blunders. Macedonia.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho. Pickford, when have you noticed Pickford making a mistake in an English shirt? Never.
Doesn't happen.
Saving Jorginho's penalty to allow Saka to score, but did Saka score?
Oh, no. Come on, man.
Did Jordan Pickford save us against Colombia as well in the quarterfinals of the World Cup? Yes, he did as well. Was he very, very good in the World Cup in Qatar 2022? Yes, he was.
Yeah. You know, with him, I feel like, you know, when you watch him for Everton, he's just a bit too rash with decisions. I don't know if it's a case of the defense he's surrounded by, the players, but I feel like for England, he never lets them down. Kyle Walker, we already know what he does, the pace he brings, the right back position.
Matthew, why are you selecting someone who had an affair and had a different family with someone? I want to know your thoughts on this one.
Matthew. Do you know what? I don't. You took it away.
Game recognizes game.
I don't condone what he does off the pitch. Disgusting person he is. Yeah, I don't condone that. Them actions are despicable. Yeah, don't condone none of that.
Matthew, you're a man of God and you're allowing Kyle Walker in your starting 11. That's crazy. That's
bro,
crazy.
Don't make me pull up my Bible thing here. Yeah, don't make me do that. Don't make me do that now, bro.
Where's Neil Maupay when you need him to get him out of the squad? That's crazy.
But John Stones, we've got Maguire again, performs well for England. He's one of them. The one where I'm not sure is Luke Shaw. Oh, that rhymed. Sure, Luke Shaw. The thing with Luke Shaw is his fitness.
What's Michael Dapper's rapper name? What's his rapper name? Joshua, you'll know. What's his rapper name?
That's his boy.
That's his boy.
It's not. He's not my boy. I mean, I don't know, man. Let's talk ball, boy. Let's talk ball.
It sounded like Michael Dapper when he's doing his rapper voice.
Sure. But no, Luke Shaw with him.
The thing goes that's it.
But it depends on it depends on his fitness. I think he's ahead of Chilwell anyway. I think Chilwell's a long way away now. Like, something's happened to him. His injuries have caught up. Whatever. The midfield is what really excites me. Like Joshua was saying, like, when was the last time we
Big
had
man Shaq? That's it.
When was the last time we had the third midfielder in that three where it's like, you know what? We're good now. All three of them are solid.
2004, but guess what? We never used them properly, did we?
Exactly. But now we've
2008 when we had Michael Carrick, and guess what? We picked Gareth Barry.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
2012, and guess what? We picked Scott Parker over Michael Carrick. Big one, Roy Hodgson. Big mistake.
But you know, you look at Kobe. It's like a Clarence Seedorf. That's what I see.
Why is he like a Clarence Seedorf?
Do you know when I watch him, not just the Liverpool, he's the way he keeps the ball. And sometimes I think, all right, he's stuck here. What's he going to do? He'll come out with the ball, power as well, and he just does a simple pass when he needs to. The skill's unbelievable. I can't remember who was it. Gomez he gave the flip flap to in that game.
Flip flap past Gomez, and you
Gomez,
want him in your England squad.
Gomez was like, what? Like where? He did the same against Luton and Town as well when you played at Kenilworth Road. Did the same. Did
it for the Wolves goal as well.
Do you know
did
what?
the outside the boot flick.
I don't really like giving Man United players credit at all.
You do it every week, Matthew. Come on, you're fooling no one.
No, I don't. But I look at him, and I think he's a special player. Like he's the type of player where I feel like if United kind of go down the right path and build around someone like that, and some of the better players they have around, you've got a great future, like Arsenal.
Charlie Patino, innit? Baller.
Don't worry about Charlie. You don't know about Charlie, man. You don't know ball, man.
I literally just praised him, and you're like, you don't know ball. Fine then, he's not a good baller. That's fine.
I've gone JB. Bellingham's in there, obviously. Saka, Foden, Kane. I just look at that 11, and I think in this one, I know Hamza, you think different, but I think that 11 can beat every single team in the tournament. There's no doubt.
Switzerland.
Yeah,
Okay,
easy,
cool.
easy. They'll get past that. Calm. In contention, I've gone Aaron Ramsdale. Chilwell, I've just put there, depending what happens with any of the defenders. I've gone Cole Palmer.
Trippier as well.
Trippier in there. I think the old Trippier, I think there was an experiment when they played him left back against certain teams. And obviously set pieces, what he's good. So he's got to go. Rashford, getting better now. I saw him against Liverpool. That Liverpool game was one of the best games, even though he missed that chance. Quality again. And he does come to the fore for England in a lot of games. I've got Ollie Watkins
the goal scorer at the last World Cup. Baller.
You see what I'm saying? So I'll give him that. And Ollie Watkins, like Joshua said as well, I feel like he's above Tony. I feel like what Watkins gives you in certain games is the off-the-ball runs. Like Tony can finish, but he doesn't give you that pace, the speed that maybe Watkins would give you. And I think the movement of Watkins is understated. Like you look at against West Ham, there was one chance where he kind of like went behind a man, pointed, quickly shimmied and gone. You know what I mean? Future Arsenal striker, by the way, guys.
Which one, Watkins or Tony?
Watkins. I don't condone.
I mean, I think. No, you go. Sorry, Matt. You go.
I don't condone betting, so I don't want anyone at my club that does.
You've been his cheerleader all season long, man.
No, I haven't, bro. Hamza, don't make pull out the thing again, bro. Please, okay.
What, Matt? You don't bet.
No, do you know what it is with Tony? Like I've been watching recently, and I just feel like the way we want to play, I feel like we need someone with like a bit more speed and pace up front. Like like everyone's talking about this. How do you pronounce his name? The guy that does this.
Matthew, we can't see you. We can't see you. We can just see the screen.
Gyökeres, whatever his name is.
Gyökeres.
Yeah, him. Like we're linked with him, and I'm like, nah.
Gyökeres is a baller. I watched him in Sweden against Austria. Him and Isaac up front. They're going to be a good young partnership in European football. Watch out for
Buy Isaac for 65 mil, man.
Get Isaac. Etrarian West London. Baller.
Yeah, but you know what? But no, back to the squad. I'll say.
Why are you laughing, Joshua?
Trent.
You know why.
I think Branthwaite has to go. I feel like Branthwaite, like Hamza said, he's quality, man. I feel like I would start him. Actually, I want to see something different.
Why do you start at Branthwaite?
Good man. Go on, Joshua. Make a claim. Branthwaite to start for England over who? Maguire?
That's silly.
Do you know what? I know it sounds a bit mad, but I love Branthwaite. He's the next Stone. Him and Stones as a combination, yeah, I think could go down. Right? You're not going to think I'm mad. As one of the best centre-back pairings. I think unbelievable. When I see what Branthwaite's done already, and I remember how Stone started to where he is now, I see the same or even a better trajectory. That's my opinion. Big fan of his. That's my guy, man. Not Hamza's guy. That's my guy now, JB. Man.
He's going United, mate.
Who's got Man United? Jared.
Yeah.
You must be talking about Bowen.
Back of the net. Exclusive in March for you, mate.
All right, we're going to come back to this now. I'll slip this part. But yeah, I've gone with him. I think Grealish has got to go with the squad. Obviously, Emma just misses out. I've got people like Ben White. We won't get into that. Everyone already knows the story of Ben White.
Well, he doesn't want to go. So what's your thoughts on that as an Arsenal fan? Because we've not heard that properly from you yet. What's your thoughts? Do you think he should have been in the squad? And if he should have been in the squad, is there a mental reason? Is it like Richarlison needs a psychiatrist? What's your thoughts from what you think on it, Matthew?
Well, do you know what? First of all, I'm going to big up my guy, my guy on Twitter, Hands of Ozil, hashtag Rice, He, way before these newspaper things put the thing up, he put up and said what the reasoning behind it was. And it's come to light today that it was a situation between him and Steve Holland. And Gareth Southgate was covering over it. Instead of admitting the fault and apologizing, it was like, he just chose not to be in the squad, when that's not the truth. Yeah. So Steve Holland, him fell out. And something along the lines of, I think Ben White was like, well,
no tanning beds.
Sorry?
No tanning beds in St. George's Park.
No, but they fell out over something that was said. And listen, at the end of the day, it's a tough one now because I can't see a way back for him whilst Gareth is there. Maybe another manager and a different coaching team, maybe.
Jose.
But yeah, I think for now, he's done. But anyway, I just want to big up my guy because people don't give him the credit because he put stuff way before these news outlets put it. So big up yourself, yeah? And I'm going to send this to him so he knows, yeah? Big up, all the time.
Send it to Ben White as well. Then he'll be like, nah, it's false.
Send it to Ben White. What? That's my guy as well, man. Ben White, man.
Ben White's your boy?
Ben Orange, yeah? Ben Orange, not Ben White. What?
Tell him to love football more, man.
I love the fact he don't love football like that. I love it. Not everyone has to love what they're doing. You just get on with it. Get your P's and be gone. That's it. But we'll get back to that.
That's why he doesn't play for England, because he doesn't get
money. But you can't. I think you got has to balance here. Like all the Arsenal fans going online and
on the Just Misses Out, I've got Ivan Toney. I've got a fact. This is for everybody. This is an exclusive for everybody. No one else knows this. Ivan Toney's full name is Ivan Benjamin Elijah Toney. Now take the first letter of each name.
Ivan Benjamin Elijah Toney. I bet.
Terrible. That's a banging. Big up myself.
Matt thought he did something there.
I did.
I might have to leave this podcast.
We might have to do those fake laughs again for his views.
I might have to,
Anyway.
Bring up Michael Dacker again. We need him. We'll get your contract.
But no, you know what? On a serious note,
stand-up tour coming soon.
I think he misses out on the squad. Jared misses out. The one that interests me is Wan-Bissaka. Because I don't. You know what?
Why? He's never been in contention ever. He just got back from an injury after 2 months.
Have you even declared for England?
I'm pretty sure he could have played for Congo.
He's probably going to play for Congo. If there's any chance, I feel like he's quality, man. Like, I don't see many players get around this guy. He's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
He locked down Mbappe.
It's mad.
He locked down Salah as well. On his week
but Salah's a crap Muslim. Let's get it right, ladies and gentlemen. It's quite crap. Matthew, I can say it on your show. It's fine. On mine, I'm just I won't say it at all. Say halal Mohamed Salah. I know Matthew sent me a picture today of Mohamed Salah celebrating Ramadan, but his PR team got that because he lost against Man United. So yeah.
But
we know about the Christmas tree. Yeah, I know about the Christmas tree.
But yeah, that's my squad really. I feel like the rest kind of speaks for itself. But I'm sure we will have similar 11s apart from one person in this chat. In this podcast, should I say. But yeah, that's it really. But I think that team, no one beats us. We're winning the Euros. I don't know about you lot, but Travis, are you buying that away kit?
What, £120? You might as well do a giveaway.
Oi, I'll get you a discount, man. I've got discount for you.
5% from Sports Direct. Shipping $7.99.
But yeah, no, that's my squad, man. But I feel mine's the best one. But I know Travis wasn't sure about whose it was, but he gets it. Mine was the best.
I mean, we can tell by the screen crack. Watching Arsenal tends to make a screen crack a lot.
God, who's next, Trav? Who's next?
We'll go for.
And how about the WhatsApp images in the middle so we know?
Exactly. It's like, oh yeah, it's definitely not me. Hamza, don't spoil it for everyone. I'm like, come on, it's so obvious.
This one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I'm so frustrated by the order it's put in. It's bugging me.
Phil Foden on the bench. That's a surprise. Is that Raheem Sterling? Is this 2018? Are we in Russia?
Do you know what? I know he did auto pick. Must have done auto pick, 100%.
Are we in 2018?
Travis, is this yours or mine?
This is yours, mate.
Okay, so you're leaving.
No way, I'm starting Rashford.
Okay,
Right,
right.
easy, Travis. That's not the most outrageous thing there. Come on.
Explain this.
I mean, Travis, do you want me to go through like what happened when England played France on FIFA today with the guys?
I'll leave that out, mate.
That's fine. I'll leave it out. But if you started Rashford, things would have been different. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, this is my team, everyone. So again, just so for everyone listening, it's Hamza from Friday Night Counter Attack. We are going through the starting 11. So obviously starting for me, Jordan Pickford. Again, like I mentioned, the most reliable England keeper I've seen in my generation. He plays better with better people, and I genuinely think he should have left Everton like 2-3 seasons ago, man. He's so much better. He should be a Champions League level goalkeeper. Just look at what Declan Rice has done in the Champions League in just one season. Absolutely fantastic. Seeing him if Arsenal shining and becoming a much better leader as well. Jordan Henderson deserves a lot better than Everton Football Club, I assure you, ladies and gentlemen. Top player, top goalkeeper, one of the top 5 goalkeepers at the Euros as well.
I allow you for that, Hamza. You said Jordan Henderson, but we'll forgive you.
Sorry, it's Ramadan. I'm not being a racist here. I apologize. But Jordan Pickford, one of the best goalkeepers at the Euros. And I don't like the fact of people saying, oh, yeah, I'm not going to pick him because he's in a relegation-threatened team. Everton are a relegation-threatened team, and Jordan Henderson's performing just fine. So I don't like that thing when you're looking at players just on the team that they're playing for. If he's a good player, it's a good player. Shout out Jordan Henderson. Pickford, I'm joking. Right, back 4. Kyle Walker. He can start as many families as he wants as long as he marriages them, has a marriage with them, Sharia law and whatnot. You know how it is. But Harry Maguire, John Stones, one of the most long-standing partnerships. Remember availability that they've had as well. What was it? Maguire? Was it Maguire and Mings at the Euros? If anyone can remember me for the first 2 games, someone was injured, or was it Stones and Mings? It was Mings starting with someone against Croatia.
I think it might have been Maguire.
Maguire was injured, wasn't he? Because he got injured at Villa back end of Man United season 2021. So he missed the Europa League final. So it was Stones and Mings for Scotland. And then Maguire came back, Croatia and Germany.
That was it, Joshua.
Yeah.
Joshua knows ball. When you're looking at that and you're looking at what Maguire brings to this England side as well, you're looking at how assured he is on the pitch, and you've never seen him out of position. You've never seen him make the mistakes that he does at Manchester United because they play 2 different styles of football. And when he's playing at England, he's a lot more assured around him as well. And he's got midfielders who aren't afraid to take the ball off him just in case. And only now we're really seeing that with Kobbie Mainoo at Manchester United as well. And he's only played, half a game with Kobbie Mainoo after coming back from injury as well. So Maguire, Stones, happily going in there. I'm doing this in case every single one of these players are fit. So if they're all fully fit, they're all firing, Luke Shaw has to start for me at left back. England's left back of a generation, I would say. And just like with John Stones as well, they both went to the 2014 World Cup and they were both bit part players and they got their experience. And this is kind of what I'm going for in this side as well, getting some players from experience in the first team in the national tournament. Declan Rice, Kobbie Mainoo at the base of my midfield. Declan Rice has one of the most progressive carries in the Premier League and in the Champions League this season. He's not just a CDM anymore. He's not just a centre-back turned defensive midfielder. He is an all-out midfielder. He can play like a Yaya Toure, in my opinion. Declan Rice can.
Tell them again.
Set pieces, Matthew. Tell everyone how good he's been this season at set pieces, from corners, from free kicks, assists coming into his games, or goals coming in, clutch moments as well. We're going to see a lot more from Declan Rice. And I don't think you gave Joshua, sorry to interrupt Joshua, but Matthew didn't give Declan Rice the praise he deserves as an Arsenal player. So Joshua, I think we'll hear from Matthew now a bit more about. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. Joshua interrupted me when I was going to speak, but it's hard. It's hard not seeing everyone's faces. But
I can't see. Yeah. I thought you were finished, so I suppose it was a natural pause. No, I just wanted to jump in and disagree on some more Declan Rice prop. I think he's outstanding.
But don't you find it weird how Matthew, our Arsenal fan, didn't hype up his Arsenal player in the starting lineup?
He's too obsessed about Ben White because he's an Arsenal fan.
He's not about Ben Orange, and he likes his Spurs players as well.
He's talking about players who don't want to play for their country.
I don't get it. Hype up your boy, man. Come on now.
All I'm going to say, those that know me, they saw my video and Rice come and I held them.
They're not. Joshua was literally hyping him up. I was hyping him up. No, hype up your boy. This is the first time some people are going to be watching this. Brexit Steve is probably watching this in Swindon for the first time, and he wants to know about your thoughts on Declan Rice.
Hey, Steve.
I love Declan Rice. Even in my video, I held brown rice smiling and brown for the culture. Yeah, but listen, Declan Rice is absolutely phenomenal. I said at West Ham, he was their best player, but I feel like he was playing a certain role. I always said whatever club he then went to, with no disrespect to Travis knows it's West Ham fans, they get mad when you say stuff like this, but he's in a better team. End of story. And he's surrounded by better players. Arteta's now
One of them's won an instant European trophy, by the way. That's all I'm saying.
I don't count that trophy. It looked like a bin from IKEA.
Mickey Mouse trophy.
Thank you, Travis. Thank you. And the way they talk about, oh, it's a big trophy. No, allow it, man. Allow it. But listen,
didn't exist last decade either.
Thank you. But now Declan Rice has been phenomenal. And I feel like you're looking at him add so many more strings to his bow. And it's very intriguing to see what Arsenal are going to do in the summer. Like, what other midfielder are they going to add to what?
You've got to release Rice, man.
Yeah.
You look at all three of them, Jude, Kobe, and Rice. We don't have a blood. Rice can't play 10.
Yeah.
But these guys are all accomplished 6 and 8. England's midfield is so strong because Rice, everybody's talking about mainly rightly deserves his props and everything, and Jude's sensational.
We'll get to that as well.
An English boy to go to play for Madrid, the records he's breaking, scoring last minutes in El Clasico, those are things you don't see, you might not ever see again. Got to big him up. But Rice, fuck me, man. Like, honestly, sorry, brother language, but honestly, like Rice is, I hate the fact he plays for Arsenal, but because he's so good, you have to allow it. But he's so good. Like when you watch him in the flesh as well, the industry work, the running, he's got everything. He's really, like those three. England will have to win something next couple of years because
we're winning
those
anyway. We're winning it.
I don't know.
England aren't winning it. They're not winning.
We win it, guys. Guys, for those of you watching this and listening, even if it's Spotify audio, understand Matt said we're winning it and we're winning it. So listen to what Hamza's got to say about who's winning it. England are winning it.
Denmark will get further than England in the Euros. Watch this space.
I don't think England win the Euros, unfortunately.
I think there has to be a forfeit if I'm right.
Højlund will score more than Kane in the Euros.
No way. Forfeit.
Kane ain't making the Euro. He's putting up, mate.
Yeah, his hamstrings are going to be done. We're going to have to start Watkins up front. Sorry, what's the forfeit, Matthew? I was introducing.
Don't worry, we'll come up with one. We'll put out, but I'm going to come up with one. Yeah, I'm going to wear a Man City shirt. That's what you're going to do. But,
that's not a forfeit. That's like me wearing something to the gym. No one cares what I see.
I mean, I can wear it and then like wear a thobe over it or something. So it's not a problem at all. I mean, unless you're paying for it, then it's absolutely fine. You said you know a guy about discounts for shirts, so yeah, I'm waiting for that plug later on.
I've got you, man. I've got you.
Nicely done. Kobe Mainoo, Joshua, it's time. Big him up.
Kobe Mainoo. Oh, listen.
Go for it.
You know what? Like, United, Carrington just keep producing these gems, and we've heard about this guy for the last couple of years.
Is he the best midfielder out of the academy since Paul Pogba?
100%.
Is he the best midfielder out of La Carrington since Paul Scholes?
Yes, 100%. He was the youngest midfielder ever started for Man United in the Premier League history, wasn't he? At Everton and Goodison. That's mad. That's crazy. I think it was even in the Premier League. I think you have to go like into the the middle of the 20th century when you saw last time at Man United.
I remember last season as well. He came off the bench against Reading and still bossed it with Casemiro. Like 10 minutes in the FA Cup as well. So he's been in and around the first team for quite a while now, Kobe Mainoo.
That's what I was going to say. Like in pre-season, he had that. He kind of like not an ACL, but he had like a big.
Kobe Mainoo bossed Declan Rice in pre-season in the USA.
Listen, he's a better player. I'm taking.
Wait, one sec, guys. One sec. Just how do you end this recording? One sec.
I can't tell if it's serious or not because it's so bad with technology, Matthew. It's so bad.
but no, but he did that. That's probably his best game. Is like when we played Arsenal pre-season. He was sensational.
Sancho
and he got injured
at 9 as well.
Yeah, and Ten Hag was like devastated. Like, oh, Mainoo's out. Or like, okay, he's out injured. And then the club updated us like he was a first team player. So the plan was always to bring him in, and he slotted in. And he's been marvelous. He's just.
Because we literally bought Mount like 3 weeks before. And like, oh yeah, Mount will play in that position. It's fine. Van der Beek's back as well. Hannibal's there. So but no, Kobe Mainoo rose above all of those players. Is no longer a bit part player. He is a main man at Manchester United now. And shout out to my friend Lucas. Lucas told me about him in 2021 in Miami. He's telling me about how watch out for Kobe Mainoo from the academy. Is big on this as well. So Lucas, if you're watching Back in That podcast, if you're not, I'll just send this video to you anyway. But shout out to Lucas who told me about Kobe Mainoo.
Shout out Lucas.
Big man as well. There's Dan Gore who's coming through the academy as well at Manchester United. Shia Lacey, a few other young players.
A bit more. Yeah, Gore needs to eat to get made. Like, let's forget Mainoo. Doesn't look physical. Doesn't look. You know what I mean?
Dan Gore's on loan at Port Vale, which is local to Travis and I. So I need to go watch him play on a midweek or something. Apparently, he's doing not great, but it's going to be a good learning curve for him as well, which would be good fun indeed. But
Vale are crap, to be fair. So.
They are so bad. They are so bad. But yeah, Jude Bellingham. What more can we say about having some of the most goal involvements for a midfielder across Europe? Not just top 5 leagues, but doing that Real Madrid, the amount of last-minute goals. But the thing I have to say about Jude Bellingham is his aura. A lot of players in the England teams previously have had aura. They've not had it in an international stage where it's benefited them. We've not benefited from it. We've seen David Beckham with aura. We've seen Steve Gerrard with aura. And it happens in moments in like a group stage or a qualifier, never really in a knockout game where it's going to be for the beneficial reasons of the fans. Wayne Rooney stamping on Ricardo Carvalho's private parts as well. Say hello, Wayne. That's not what we want to see. Didn't happen for us, unfortunately, as well. You're looking at the Joe Hart versus Andrea Pirlo. He thought he had aura. Pirlo sat him down and embarrassed him in front of the world. So, yeah, I think Jude Bellingham with his aura, we saw glimpses, if not almost the real package in Qatar in 2022. And even in the qualifiers against Italy at Wembley, calming himself down, calming the fans up. Going to watch England versus Australia back in November, I think. He was on the bench and he's still gassing up the fans just by warming up. And if I don't know what kind of England player can do that with their aura, it's got to be Jude Bellingham as well. Then my front three. Actually, no. That's a question for everyone. Who has the biggest aura in the English national team? Is it Bellingham or have I missed someone?
Jude.
We're unanimous on Jude, I think.
I still think Kane.
Kane?
Oh,
No, I know that sounds mad, but Jude's had a fine start to Real Madrid, but Kane's probably one of the best strikers in the world and in the tournament. And he's our main man, and he scores and he turns up in tournaments. So, as a central defender, Kane still. If Kane, let's put it this way: if Jude got injured, England still win the tournament. If Kane got injured, could England still win the tournament? And that's not
if England are without Kane, do you start Watkins or Tony? That's a big thing as well, because Tony is very similar to Harry Kane's style of play, but Watkins brings something completely different.
You play Watkins, I think. Watkins to connect because your Rashford, your Fodens, your Madisons, they want movement. I like Tony though. It's all about style though, isn't it? Because I think Tony's a better striker than Watkins, but he doesn't bring us to this game. You know,
bring it back.
Jesus.
No.
This guy is so funny. But yeah,
I think Kane all up. Yeah, I think Kane has. Yeah, he's smashing it in Bundesliga. But Jude's definitely the second or first.
And in the Champions League as well. Top goal scorer so far in the Champions League he wasn't really much Champions League striker at Spurs in the knockout stages. Now he is, which is going to be great. Going to see him against Arsenal at the Emirates as well. Hopefully I can secure a ticket in the Bayern Munich end. We'll see Matthew at the Emirates as well.
That's it. I'm there, man.
It is what it is. But yeah, front three, Marcus Rashford starts on the left-hand side for me. I mean, how can he be the top goal scorer at the World Cup and then get benched against France, against Jules Koundé? This is how I've set my team up. I've set my team up as if I'm playing the best team against England. And for me, it's France. France have got the best team in the European Championships from what I've seen already. You're looking at them and you're thinking Jules Koundé. You've got Malo Gusto as a backup as well. Is Phil Foden going to be taking them on man for man, physically stretching the play? For me, and what I saw at the World Cup last time, no, he was a ghost in that game. So when Marcus Rashford came on, he actually challenged them. And that's what England's strength has been under Gareth Southgate. The fact that we can stretch teams and stretch international games, because international football is slow. We all know this. That's why we always call it boring international break. When you're watching international football, you want to see some excitement and some flair. And fair enough, Phil Foden will bring that 100%. But you also want to see your team go as far as possible in tournaments. You want to see them stretch games. You want to see them show off a bit as well. Saka on the right and Rashford on the left. And again, same with Harry Maguire as well. His England form is completely different to his Premier League form with Manchester United. And Marcus Rashford thrives in the England side as well. He thrives by having Harry Kane drop deep and play balls forward into him as well. And they'll go on to that surprising pick I've got on my contention later on as well. But that's why I've got them as my front three. And Bukayo Saka, Joshua, again, we're looking at Bukayo Saka as one of the most, probably one of the first names on the team sheet. I want to get your point of view as well, because, again, it's really annoying seeing an Arsenal fan called Matthew not actually hyping up his own boy as well. He's hyping up other players like Benjamin Orange, but I don't get it at all.
I think it's a big tournament for Saka, I think he's got to a level where we all know that he's at a certain level. And at times this season, I think Matt would, being an Arsenal fan, would agree. If you look at the Porto game last week, we're not seeing the best of him. As much as we did last campaign. Still a fantastic footballer. That's not me saying he's rubbish. I saw a tweet with a Chelsea fan talking about Palmer and trying to make a point for getting over Saka. Allow it.
Oh, no.
No.
We're locked in. It's locked in. Like, allow it. He's a baller. Like, forget who he plays
Walker
for.
and Saka on that right wing is just locked in. It's so good.
Yeah. I don't. He scored a hat, didn't he? At Old Trafford.
Montenegro, was it last summer?
Yeah. And it was a really good hat trick, and he could do that. And the reason I say it's a big tournament for him, because I want him to kind of announce himself to the world, not only in Europe. You know, we know in the Premier League, and obviously avenge the pain of what happened in 2021. He's only 17 then, he's still 21, 22. But it's just about him, you know what I mean? For how he wants to perform. It's difficult to live with him. It's difficult for defenders to deal with him. And maybe it's a good thing that he's not in his best form, and people like Bowen and Madison and all these other players having better seasons than him. Because when he comes into June, he's ready to tackle whoever they've got in a group.
He's also got a lot of pressure at Arsenal as well. He's seen as a star boy for 3 years now, Matthew.
Bro, he's got Nando's sauce as well, bro. Respect the guy, man.
So does Mr. Reggae, and I prefer his sauce than going to Nando's. So come on now, sauce isn't anything; it's a marketing ploy. But Matthew, talk to us about Bukayo Saka. Like,
I'm just shutting that down. Like, I don't got time.
Yo, man,
it's Ramadan, and you're talking about sauce, Matthew. Have some respect. Come on now,
bro. Okay, you know what?
I'm joking. I'm not gonna. It's because we can't see each other. That's why it's so funny.
I'm gonna say anything that gets me in trouble. Yeah, you tried to get Travis in trouble earlier. Yeah, I'm not falling for the same trick. Yeah, but no, listen.
That wasn't recorded. This is.
Bukayo Saka, no, he's amazing. I feel like. He hasn't been the best this season, but he's just been effective. This whole GA thing people talk about, and you know, I don't like that thing, by the way, when they say 20.
Bukayo Saka screams fear into any opposition left back when you're talking about his name. People can talk about GA, but if he doesn't score or assist, he's still running that left back ragged every single damn time.
The only thing I would want to see from there are certain games like the Porto one where I want to see him take it by the scruff of his neck. Like, remember the United game at Emirates where he scored the goal, did Rashford's celebration, like that type of thing. That's what I want to see more.
Show a bit of cheek. That's what we need to see.
Yeah, I love that. A bit more of that. And I think for England, like Joshua said, it is a big tournament for him. I'm expecting him to have a massive tournament. I think he's going to play a massive part in it. I think him and whoever they decide to play the other side with Kane, as I said, unstoppable. Listen, it's light work. It's coming home, guys. It's coming home. Believe that.
Nicely done. Now, our bench contention, Ramsdale, Chilwell, Cole Palmer, Ezri Konsa, big shout out to him. Amazing season. I've been calling for him to be in the England side for quite a while now. I think it's much better than Lewis Dunk, who's actually in the England side as well. But I think Ezri Konsa, fantastic for Aston Villa. They've been amazing this season as well. James Maddison, I'm going to save it for when Travis gets to talk about his team because that's his boy. Ollie Watkins, fantastic. Watching him against Australia does not stop. Even the friendly does not stop. And he scored the winning goal in that very boring game as well. Phil Foden, genuinely, I'd start him unless... I don't know where I'm starting Phil Foden. That's the thing. I'd love to start him on the left where he can play. I don't want to see him on the right because that's taken up Bukayo Saka. But I've got a couple of wild cards in this one as well. I am bringing back Raheem Sterling. Have I justified my selection after he scored that winning goal against Croatia? Scoring the goal against Slovenia as well. Slovakia, the third group game as well. With Raheem Sterling, I just think there is a story to be told with Raheem Sterling. I think having someone who can actually stretch the play on both wings, is comfortable on both wings, played with better players in both England sides that has been in before in the last two tournaments. He is a very, very good player. And remember in the last tournament, the World Cup, he wasn't starting every game. Dare I say, he had to go home as well for that family issue that he had as well. But I still think we need someone who can play both wings, who has been at the top level, can bring some experience in. And the fact that Jordan Henderson's in the squad because of experience, Raheem Sterling's damn experience as well. We spoke about him the other day. And personally, I don't want this story to end for Raheem Sterling. I know I'm quoting Cody Rhodes, Travis, with WWE, but I don't want Raheem story to end. I want it to be a good one because he's been there since Gareth Southgate's beginning. The most used player under Gareth Southgate. And it might just be a personal thing for me, but Raheem Sterling embodies England about what the new Gareth Southgate England has looked like. The fact that it is multicultural, the fact that he has taken on the media in terms of his former narratives as well. And we've spoken about this before as well. It's a personal choice for me to put him in this team, and I really want him to be in this team. Maybe off the bench and maybe against like a Denmark, he can come on to stretch the play for 10, 15 minutes because Saka's getting injured as well. And Jarrod Bowen, absolutely fantastic. He can't do anything more to get into this England side, but I reckon he will in real life. But for me, I'd rather take Raheem Sterling because he is playing with a bunch of duds under a manager who is quite crap this season in Mauricio Pochettino. So when he's back with his better players, with his teammates, Kane and Sterling is a very, very good partnership for England as well. So I'd love to see him again. And on the plane for me, Ross Barkley, Sam Johnson, Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm not sure about Trent where he plays. I'd love to see him in midfield. I think it'd be absolutely fantastic in midfield, but I think for me personally, I'd love to see Trent. It was going to be Trent, Rice, and Bellingham for me, but I think with Manu coming in, maybe they can alternate. But Trent, I'd like to see a lot more attacking as well. Imagine him playing balls into Kane, into Rashford, crossfield diags. We'd love to see it a bit more as well. But my final one, Ross Barkley. I'm not going to go on about who missed out. I couldn't care less. You guys can, but Ross Barkley, bring him back. Another redemption story. He has been fantastic for Luton this season. And I think if we do have an injury to Manu, an injury to Bellingham, centre midfielder who can hold it down and control games, Ross Barkley can do that. He has done that before. He doesn't have to be the attacking force where everything is played through him like he was at Everton. Give him the control of the game. It's like Isco in a way. Isco at Real Betis is coming back into great form, but Isco's a cut above Ross Barkley, obviously. But Ross Barkley's a natural talent, and I want to see some flair in this England side as well. Notable omissions: Jack Grealish, Ivan Toney, Conor Gallagher, Fikayo Tomori, Levi Colwill, and Tyrone Mings. And that's my team.
Forgot about Tyrone Mings. Yeah, I love now. Good team, man. Good team. I feel like a lot of our starting levels are quite similar. I think that's what England go with. I think there's not really going to be much surprises at all. Unless
the thing is, Matthew, we all know that you looked at all of our teams first and copied them. Oh, yeah, I agree with what you guys say. That's what it is.
All right, let's see what Travis puts there. Go on, Travis's team. Travis, I love the way Travis said, "Oh, we're gonna start from this one." He left his still last, but yeah, let's go.
Cool.
Travis went in on the no chance. I love it. Big respect.
Here we go. Yeah, there's. I've been ruthless with the no chance. There's about 1,000 guys in there. Starting 11.
Love it.
Starting 11's not too dissimilar from you guys. Couple of changes. I think you've all gone for Walker, haven't you?
Yes.
I've picked Trent. I just think, well, simply put, I just think he's better. I think he's a better right back.
Would you trust Trent against Mbappe on the left wing?
Well, this is the thing. It depends what question you're asking. If we're starting against France, then I probably would pick Walker.
Okay.
But pretty much anybody else in the tournament, I'm going for Trent. I think. So
you're starting Trent over Rafael Leao when they're playing against each other for Portugal.
I just think we need to get out of this mentality of let's worry about what they're going to do and let's pick our team based on trying to stop them. No, we've got a good enough team now that we can be that team. We can be the team where France have to say who we're going to put in centre back to worry about Harry Kane, who we're going to put in midfield to lock down Jude Bellingham. I think we're that team now. So
good man. That's what I like to hear from Travis.
I'm picking Trent because I think it's a bit more of an ambitious pick. We've all had Stones and Maguire. I think I was very tempted with Guehi. I was very tempted with like Branthwaite or someone like that. But I just don't think either of them have got enough experience. And Maguire's never really let us down at international level. Luke Shaw, I think left back is probably our weakest position right now. I like Shaw. I think he's a good player, but he's not consistently fit enough for me. He's always getting injured. But so is Chilwell, and that's really the main reason Shaw's in there. Rice, we've spoke about. Bellingham, what more do you need to say? I've gone for Maddison. You might look at it as a bit of a biased pick, but for me, I mean, look, Manu, he's brilliant. He's very, very good. Okay. He's played less than 20 professional football matches, and we're talking about starting him in the Euros against people like, Chouameni and Camavinga and people who've been around the block and played lots of games at the very highest level. He's just too fresh for me. He's too green. I don't think I would want to put him in that situation. So for me, Maddison's in there. I'm going to do, I think, what Joshua was referring to earlier and drop Bellingham a little bit deeper, playing maybe as an 8. And yeah, I agree. I do think he's better as a 10, but he's that kind of world-class, unbelievable next-level talent where I genuinely think you could put him any position and he'll play well. So pushing him slightly out of position to the 8, I'm not offended by. And then, front 3, I think we've all pretty much agreed. Saka, Kane and Foden, haven't we? Except Rashford, which obviously Hamza's picked. Bench, I've got a couple of surprises on here, I think. Ramsdale, I think he's easily our second best goalkeeper. Walker, again, similar to Ramsdale, he's our second best in that department for me. Guehi, I picked because, if I'm honest, other than Stones and Maguire, I'm not too big on any of our centre-back options. I'm not too concerned. Not too convinced by anyone. I picked Guehi because I just like him. I think he's consistent.
I think he's good on the left-hand side as well. And we've not got too many defenders who are good on that left-hand side. So he's in there for me on the bench. Mainu, I'm going for because I do think, although he's not played many games professionally, and I don't want to rely on him as a starter, you can't deny his talent and you can't deny how good he is and can be. So I think he well deserves a place in the squad. Now, this is the one I might get clowned for. I've picked James Ward-Prowse. The reason being, with my squad, I've tried to go as versatile as possible. I've tried to pick a squad where we can play in different ways and have a plan B and a plan C. And for me, there's no one available to us quite like James Ward-Prowse. I think if we're playing against a team who are, potentially superior to us, and we've got to make the most use of every attack, and it's late in the game and we're chasing a goal, who else would you want to whip a ball into the box? Or
Trent.
Who else would you want stand? I don't agree. I really don't agree. No, I don't agree. I think, look, Trent's brilliant going forward, but Matt will tell you, just the first example that pops up in my head was against Arsenal. 5-on-1, Rice tracking back, squared through to Alexander-Arnold. All he's got to do is put it on target and he skies it. I know it's one example, but for me, I just think Ward-Prowse is a very, very consistent, precise marksman. And I like that. I think if we're chasing a goal late in a game, that's all it is about, really, in tournament football is getting goals, isn't it? At the end of the day, doesn't have to be pretty all the time. But don't you think
it's worked so well already? When you're looking at all the goals Maguire scored, Stones scored, Henderson scored as well at the last Euros as well. A lot of our set pieces are quite on point when you're thinking about it, all the way back to 2018.
I'm not even talking about just set pieces, though, because I think Ward-Prowse gets this tag that he's a bit of a free kick merchant, and that's all he really is. But I think if you get him in the final third, if you get the ball into his feet, and, like I say, if we're chasing a goal, we can throw Stones up, we can throw Maguire up, Rice has got height, Bellingham's got height and presence, Kane will always be in there as well. And then if you can throw on a couple of subs as well who maybe have a bit more physical presence too, I just think if you have to switch and go route one near the end of the game, there's nobody else I'd rather have putting balls into the box. So that was my justification for Ward-Prowse. I know it's a little bit of a rogue one, but I think you've always got a bit of a strange pick, haven't you? Cole Palmer next. Again, we've spoke about him quite a lot already, haven't we? I think he's played himself almost into the squad as a guarantee.
My question for everyone for this one, I know we've spoken about him as well, but imagine if he had stayed at Manchester City, and let's say, for example, Phil Foden had left Manchester City last summer as well. Would they have changed their roles completely? Because Palmer would never have noticed how good of a player he is. And the way that Phil Foden's played under Pep Guardiola, could he have played a much different way as well? Because Cole Palmer, absolutely fantastic player, and really been the shining light in the Chelsea side from my point of view as well. What do you think, Travis?
I think if he stays at City, he's definitely not in the England squad for this Euros. I think I've rated him since he's come through at City. I think he's always, from day one, been a performer and a good player. But at Chelsea,
showman as well.
Yeah, at Chelsea, he's the main man. He's the And look, again, if Chelsea were as good as Chelsea should be this season, would he be in contention? Again, probably not. He's probably helped out by the fact that Chelsea are a mid-table team this season. And he's, standing out very much as the one shining light of a very, very dim squad at the moment. But yeah, I think for his career-wise, he's probably made the best decision he possibly could have done. Because although most people who've gone to Chelsea under Bowley have crashed and burned so far, he's only, he's probably quadrupled his market value. Because he's just, put on performance after performance, and it's consistently been their only standout player this season, I would say.
No, I like that. Do you know what is with Palmer though? I feel like when Palmer went to Chelsea, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about you lot, but I was like, I didn't get the signing. I was really confused by it, but he's made me eat humble pie. He's been fantastic.
How does it taste?
Belgian.
You had some cinnamon to it as well.
But no, I just feel like if you look, a quick one before that. Do you think Pep regrets getting rid of him?
100%.
No,
I disagree.
No way.
Both of you guys.
No way.
I think yes, he does.
No, they're going to win the treble.
He does not care about an academy player. He will replace him in a heartbeat. 115 charges, he'll buy another one.
Make it 116.
160. We've seen it before. Get rid of Frimpong, doesn't care about him. We've got Kyle Walker. Get rid of Sancho, doesn't care about him. He'll bring in Sane as a replacement. Crazy.
I wouldn't say regret, but I think to answer your question, Hamza, I think Palmer would be fine at the City team. You look at Doku. Doku hasn't scored or assisted since the Manchester derby in October.
Grealish has been injured as well.
Yeah.
I think Palmer he scored a worldie at the Community Shield. Palmer would have slotted in nicely. And as much as Foden's fantastic. If we had this podcast in September, we wouldn't be talking and ranting and raving about Foden. It'd probably be a Rashford, Kane, Saka front three. Foden's coming to his own what's called turn of the year, and rightly so. Cool, he's improved. But Palmer's had it from September all the way to March, and yes, he's in the team where he's the main man. They're not performing. He's really well. I'm going to use the Euro 2021. So the Euro 20, what was last year? The Euros, what England won last year. The Euro under 21 tournament. Palmer was really good there. Got the goal for City. Had a good pre-season. And just look at how Manchester City have lacked that offensiveness. Like they've relied heavily on Foden this season to get them goals. Obviously Haaland, but they lack that cutting edge they had last couple of years. If they had Palmer, I reckon there'd be more goals being scored, more opportunities. Mahrez is obviously left. Another attacker, Gundogan and Mahrez are missed in my opinion. They look weaker attacking. They do offensively. They do look weaker. Alvarez looks bloody hell. That Anfield appearance. I didn't watch the Newcastle Manchester City game, but Alvarez's performance is terrible. Palmer could do a much better job and be more influential. And he did it. See, I know it's just a Community Shield, but he did score. He did make an impact. Did he not score in the Super Cup, if I'm correct? Did he not do that as well?
He did.
I think he would be just as good as, not as good as Foden, but I think he'd be an actual City player. So I think that is an oversight for Man City. I think that's a big mistake. Maybe he'll come back and play for his boy's club.
Remember semi-finals coming up as well. Maybe he scores a winner at Wembley.
Yeah, I hope so, man. That'd be fantastic.
Does his little cold celebration as I'm doing it now, but we can't see it because the camera's not on me. But imagine I did it.
He did do nothing, man. He's rubbish.
Right, Travis, squad, reserves.
Sorry, Travis. Sorry, my bad.
No, you're all right. You're go on. After Palmer, I've got Watkins. I think the decision is between him and Tony, isn't it? I've gone Watkins just because Tony's missed so much over the last 12 months. And also because of how good Watkins has been, to be fair. Squad, I've gone for Johnston. Again, I think he seems to be easily the third choice goalkeeper. Trippier, I've gone for his versatility. I think being able to play left or right is very helpful, especially with me not picking another left back other than Shaw. I've gone for Ezri Konsa. Again, this is coming back to what I was saying with Gurhi. I'm not too convinced on any of our centre-back options. I don't like the thought of Dunk being in the squad, really. And there's not really anybody else who's stood out to me. So Konsa sort of almost walks into that team just by default.
But he has been very good this season.
Yeah, massively. Yeah, he's been good. He's been good. But I think he's only there because there's not really anyone else I'm massively impressed by. It does also help that he can play right back too. Like I say, I've gone for versatility in this squad where I can. So he's probably got the nod over somebody else because of that. Conor Gallagher, I've gone for just for midfield reinforcements. And then Jared Bowen, I think he's a very versatile attacking option. I've obviously only got Kane and Watkins. I didn't want to pick a third out-and-out striker. I felt like that was wasteful if I'm only going to play one.
I think we all agreed with you on that one as well. Everyone did, didn't they? Just two strikers, Watkins. Kane.
Yeah. So I wanted to pick Bowen as someone who could play on the wing, but also if we need him to, he can play down the middle. So I've gone for Bowen. And then what I've done, which you guys haven't, is I've done a little bit of a kind of a reserves list. Like if anyone gets injured and drops out, I'll throw them in. Pope, again, similar to Johnston, is just our fourth best goalkeeper. Joe Gomez, I think, may surprise a few that he's in there. Main reason I've gone for him is versatility, like I've been talking about. This season for Liverpool, he's played all across the back four. Liverpool's results haven't dropped off as a result of having him shunted out of position and covering for people like Robertson on the left-hand side. So I've been quite impressed with him this season. I think he's had a little bit of a renaissance, and I was probably thinking that if Konza hadn't been so good this season, he'd be in there.
Sterling, I've put on my reserves list, similar to what was it you, Hamza, who was defending Sterling earlier? He was in
Yeah,
your
it was
reserves.
yeah.
Similar really to what Hamza said, but just not quite to the same extent. My thinking is, say if like Kane gets injured, there's not much experience in those attacking areas in the kind of big games. You know, Watkins and Bowen haven't really been there in the big games. So I thought I'll bring Sterling in just as a bit of an old head to guide the younger ones.
Old head being 28 years old. Crazy in the single side.
Well, to be fair, it's not even just that. It's how long he's been around. With how long Sterling's been around, it feels like he should be 33.
It's like with Stones. It's like with Walker. Rashford, even to an extent as well. Who you've left in your reserves. I'm waiting to hear that one.
Yeah. I'll come on to Solanke first just because he's in the way.
Yeah.
I went for him over Tony in the reserves. Again, just because Tony's not been playing and Solanke has, and he's scored lots of goals for, a not very good team. So
Bournemouth.
I've just been impressed by him this season. I think this is what people have been expecting from Solanke for a while, and he's never delivered. So hopefully he'll continue to do that. Rashford, I mean, what can I say? He's just been ass this season. I think if you look at the players that I've picked ahead of him in those attacking areas, can you say that he should be in the squad instead of Foden, Palmer, Bowen? I don't think so. He's like I say, he's in the reserves. He's the next best one, but for me, no, he's just not been good enough. I don't care how well he played against Liverpool. It's one game. The rest of the season, he's not looked interested. He's been lethargic and sluggish. And look, maybe he's carrying a knock or whatever. I don't know. We don't know what's going on with him, but.
He's, two family members die in November and December, so he's been dealing with personal grief.
Well, this is the thing. There's always a reason for these sorts of things, and drop-offs in form don't just happen. There's always a reason. But you can't pick him because of sentiment. You can't say, what have you done for me in the past? It's what have you done for me lately? And for me this season, he's not done anything for me. So he's there as, like I say, the next best option. But for me, he's not getting in the squad. In terms of just missed out, I've got Branthwaite in there for a similar reason that I've not started Mainu. Just a little bit too early, a little bit too little experience for me. Chilwell's there as cover, I guess, at left back. If he was a bit more fit, he'd be there. I've got Rico Henry in here as well. I think he's one of the most underrated.
Good shout.
Yeah, I think he's one of the most underrated players in the Prem. And considering the injury issues that we've had with Chilwell and we've had with Shaw in his position, I'm very, very surprised he's not, made more of a dent in the England squad already.
Do you know why, Travis?
Go on.
Because he's been injured.
He's been injured too.
He's only had 5 games this season.
Yeah. I mean, kind of historically more than anything. But yeah, that makes sense for this season, to be fair.
He's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because, obviously he's got no chance of making it then, has he? But Tony, again, I would say if not for this ban, I would have picked him all day long. I probably would have picked him over Watkins. But yeah, he misses out for me. And then these ones that are no chance. I mean, there's probably not many of them worth talking about. Abraham's, I forgot he existed until we were talking about him today.
5th choice striker for Roma. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Curtis Jones is ass. Harvey Barnes is ass. Dan Burns ass. Who's this? Chalobah? Not a fan. Can't even play in the worst. Shrewsbury Hall's a championship player. Harvey Elliott.
He should be in the championship player.
Yeah, agreed. I think this is Marcus Edwards, is it?
Yes, it is. Top baller for Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah, good player, but just not good enough. Is that James Garner?
James Garner, no
not
contention.
Happening. No. Morgan Gibbs-White, no. Henderson, joke. Rico Lewis, I think too early. He's not really featuring for Man City, is he, at the moment? Ruben Loftus-Cheek, get in the bin. Sean Longstaff?
Sean.
No.
Matty's playing in Toronto, by the way. Matty Longstaff, his brother, plays in Toronto FC now.
That's mad, isn't it?
It's crazy.
I could.
But you'll be playing next season, Matthew. What?
Wait, is that Solly?
That's Solly March, yeah. Again, just joke.
Sonny,
Matt thought he was-
not much.
Matt thought he was Irish.
Yeah, Mings, I think could have been there, but he's got no right leg now. Have you all seen this video that's come out about
ACL
him?
was crazy.
Oh, mate.
Looking at
This
a mutant.
morning.
The
Poor
difference
guy.
between his right and left leg now. What a shame.
He shouldn't have
Um,
posted that, in my opinion. Like, it's not something you should really publicly, because it's going to get criticized and it's going to be ridiculed by a lot of people. But it's really sad to
And
see.
it'll just be a question now, won't it? Oh, is he going to be the same? 'Cause
Is he
we've
going to play
seen this,
professional
yeah.
football to the same level? Yeah, exactly.
Who's this? Tyreek Mitchell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a
Terry
weird one. innit?
Mitchell.
Weird
Huh?
one.
Joshua's
That's a-
buoying you off. He's saying that you
Innit?
mispronounced his name.
No, I said
No,
Tyreek Mitchell.
No, I was just laughing about him being on the list. Nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
do
he
that,
shouldn't. Yeah,
Sure
I-
you did, Joshua.
yeah,
Sure
Don't
you
do
did.
that.
Yeah.
Don't do that, man.
Nketiah, no. Sancho, don't make me laugh. I don't even know who this is.
Who is that?
I'll be honest.
That's
I don't know who that is.
Kwanzaa.
Darrell
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
Liverpool centre back.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
one that got rinsed
Joke.
on Sunday.
Which Ramsey is this? Jacob?
Jacob.
That's
Yeah.
Jacob, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no
a villain.
chance. I don't know who this is.
Who's that random black brother?
Yeah,
It's Jamie Bino Gittins, the
That's-
Borussia Dortmund winger.
Is it?
What Hamza wanted to say?
Okay, yeah, no idea.
Who?
Joshua. God.
James Trafford is this?
James Trafford, goalkeeper.
No, don't make me laugh.
Who's that as well?
Heroics
Eze.
last number.
Eze over here, yeah, I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
really see too well.
He was
Eze's a
brilliant.
good player. We've just got too many good players in his position.
Probably
Ben
fair
White
too.
can get to fuck. He's never in another England squad for me.
Travis,
ever
can I ask
again.
you a question about Ben White? Did you edit his his picture? Because he doesn't look orange like he normally does. He looks like his normal complexion.
That's
Did you edit it
actually,
yourself?
that's actually what he looks like in a black and white filter. Hamza, to be honest.
I knew you had to do something to him to make him look
Oh,
neutral.
gosh.
Travis, because it's your squad. What's your thoughts on Ben White? Are you like, listen, you're just a new manager. You can't turn down England.
Look, for
from a
me,
scrabble.
I know I'm going to sound like a proper gammon, like Brexit means Brexit guy here, but you just don't turn down playing for your country. I'm sorry,
agree.
but the amount
No,
of
there's nothing gammon about it. It's like it's the biggest honor any footballer could have.
exactly.
And Matt's out here saying, "Nah, he doesn't like football. I like it. Behave. Come on."
The thing is, to me, that tells me he's not a serious professional because what I've heard, I don't know how true it is. Could be completely off base, but what
Listen
I've
to Matt
heard is
giggling in
that-
the background as well. It's like, Penny, they're saying bad things about me. Come on now.
apparently, Steve Holland said that he's not serious enough about football or doesn't
Yes.
care enough about football. That's apparently the comment which has caused the issue. For me, if you're a serious professional and you do care enough about the game and you do care enough about your profession, prove him wrong, force your way into the team by any means necessary, and prove him wrong. Put the performances out there to show him that you do care about football and you do care about what you do for a living. Don't just throw your toys out of a pram. Don't just throw a strop and quit. Have a bit of backbone, have a bit of perseverance, and show that you should be there and that you deserve to be there. For me, I don't care who the next manager is or the next 1,000 managers are. That mentality, he's never touching an England squad again for me. If I had my way, anyway.
Big character needed from Ben White, and big character shown by
Fully
Travis.
agree with
I love
Travis, man. Fully agree with
Bruh,
Travis.
Travis
Come on.
just.
I need Travis cooking like this on a weekly basis now. I know it's Ramadan, but I need him cooking like this, players. It needs to be done.
Love
It's not
that.
just because he's an Arsenal player as well. I know he would cook other players like this.
Yeah, we can only cook like this after 6:25 p.m., can't we, Hamza?
Exactly. Travis knows Ramadan, just like Matthew knows
Yeah.
Ramadan as well.
That's me
Solidarity.
tomorrow, man. Get me. Matt will do the same tomorrow.
Solidarity.
Now.
Matthew, it's actually earlier for you because you're in London, so it's south. So it's like 5-10 minutes earlier for you, sunset.
Oh, cool.
You'll enjoy
Love
it.
that.
Good man.
So I'll eat in the message.
Those 5 minutes, man.
Send a picture. Travis and I did a little cheers on WhatsApp. He sent me a drink, and I sent him my water glass as well.
Love that, man.
Said
Love
hello.
that.
We'll do that tomorrow.
that.
It'll be good.
Get that
Sorry,
turkey
Travis,
ham
your team.
sandwich, man.
Yeah, no, it sounds. Let's just rattle through these because there's not too many here to discuss. Wilson.
Travis, talk to me about Callum Wilson. How his
Yeah.
fall from grace.
Oh,
You
God.
must have enjoyed it the most, Travis.
Yeah,
Come on,
you're not Richarlison, mate. You're not Richarlison. Just
you're not R9.
pack it in. What gets me about this and what I love about it actually is Richarlison's got as many goals this season as Wilson and Antonio have combined. I love that. That's my
That's
favorite.
so
That.
mad.
Yeah, we love that. So yeah, he's Joker. Dean Henderson, don't make me laugh. Wan-Bissaka, I think you boys were saying earlier he's not even playing for England, is he? He's declared for Congo, has he?
No,
He's
he's
not
still
good
got
for
the
anyone.
option. Yeah.
Oh, still got the option, has he? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Regardless, he's not getting picked. Reece James, I think if he didn't have hobnobs for legs, I think he might be in contention. But
Wafer thin.
yeah,
shins.
always injured. Lewis Dunk plays for Brighton. What more can I say? Levi Colwill. Is that Levi
Nope.
Colwill?
Yes, Levi Caldwell.
Not
Yeah.
for me, boy.
No, he's overrated. So overrated, honestly.
Didn't you put him in your squad, Matthew?
I definitely didn't. I'm with you lot. Do you know? I feel like when Poch came, they gassed this guy too much. You know, I don't think he's good at all. It's nothing special.
Yeah, he was chatting a bit too much before the Spurs came a few months ago, for my liking. I think when you're playing your first full season for Chelsea, just pack it in, be a bit more humble. Or
Exactly.
didn't like that.
PK.
Tamori, I think I'd echo what Joshua said earlier. I think he's fell off a little bit. I think, if I'm honest, he should have more England caps than he does. Southgate has this tendency to not pick players outside of England unless they're, undroppable like a Bellingham or a Kane. And there's been times over the last few years where he definitely should have been playing more. But yeah, right now he's not the one.
Gareth Southgate looks at in Italian teams on their Champions League form than their league form. That's how he's always done it. So he was in the squad in November and he started, I believe, against Australia in the friendlies, which was great for him. But again, since they're not in the Champions League, he's not in contention. It's just like Marcus Edwards in a way.
Yeah.
I think he had a few dodgy games in the Champions League last season as well, didn't he?
He was the one that cost him in that group of death as well against Dortmund. He was poor in that away game.
Yeah. Phillips, I think, is the first player in the history of international football to start playing more regularly and then get himself kicked out of the England squad. That is just crazy to me. Anthony Gordon, no. Is this Max Kilman? Is that who that is? Yeah. I actually really rate Max Kilman.
I like him. Yeah.
I'd like Spurs to sign him. I think he would be a brilliant cover for Van de Ven on the left-hand side as a left-footed centre-half.
Captain now, isn't he, of Wolves?
Is he? I didn't know that. That's fair play.
Yeah.
We've just got a few centre-backs better than him right now, to be fair. Mason Mount can't even play for United, never mind England. Is this Madueke? Yeah.
I can't see because the screen is covering the logo. So if you make a racial joke, Travis, it's
Nani. Yeah, that's Nani. Yeah.
We can't help you.
Yeah, I think that's Madueke. Yeah. I like him. I think he's a good player, but Chelsea are crap. Grealish, like you boys were saying earlier, just not been good enough this season. And Elise, I think he's struggled a little bit with injuries this season.
Elise's French.
Is he? Why is he on here then?
We'll cut that.
Yeah, cut that right out. Why is he on there?
Racism.
Why is he on that?
His name's Michael. Why is he French? That's mad.
Mikel.
Yeah, I don't know why he's on there then. But yeah, he's definitely not getting the squad then, is he, if he's French?
Like that. You know what? You could wait. Yeah, you can come out of that, Travis. I want to see everyone. Let me see people's faces. Let's see. I know people have been hiding and that. There we go. But yes,
there we go.
Yes.
Joshua got his hair care routine back again. I love it. I'm loving it.
Now, you know what? You know that team we were just talking about Kilman? Because I think Kilman used to play futsal back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I feel like, I think he's quality. I don't think he gets enough credit. He's someone that should be getting the Colwill credit right now. 100%.
Yeah, he's better than Colwill, I would say.
Yeah, fully agree with that. 100%. But you know Go on, Travis.
Sorry, the last thing I was going to say on Kilman, I think when he came through a couple of years ago, I think he had a lot of credit straight away. And I think people just sort of forgot about him. I guess because he's just been consistently good rather than, setting the world on fire. People just forgot about him, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's true. And
they forget about Wolves because it's an irrelevant football club in the Premier League. That's why.
No, they're not irrelevant. I like Wolves. There's something about Wolves that I like. I can't hate Wolves. Like
it's their old
Doritos. What you like about Wolves is that they've beaten Spurs twice this season. That's what you like about them.
I didn't even realise that. Wow.
Yeah,
pretends to be shocked.
No, you know what? Now listen, guys. Like the squads, that I appreciate because I think we're kind of similar on 11. I think the Grealish one was the one where I know Travis, you were saying about him not being there. Joshua's picking him. I'm kind of with Joshua in the sense of I feel like there's going to be games where he will make that difference. Like I think it was was it a French game where I expected more because I think they brought him more or did he start that one? I can't remember.
Grealish should not play against France.
Euros.
World Cup.
Didn't play against France.
You don't come on.
It's Foden.
Mount came on.
It was Mount, Sterling, and Rashford.
Why am I talking Mount? I'm not going to get into Mason Mount. Forget that. But I
Money
feel like
based.
he's someone that's got to go. I think Foden will start anyway. It'll be Foden, Saka, Harry Kane up top. We're winning it, as you can tell. I know we're winning it. Yeah. I don't know about you. And wait, before we wrap up, I'm going to go back to Hamza because Hamza was talking about England are not in the top 5 favourites for the tournament. So name me the 5.
France, Spain, Germany, Denmark, Italy.
Stop it.
5.
Stop it, Hamza. Hamza, stop it.
I'm being serious. Every single time. This could be our part 2, by the way. Every single
Hamza.
oh, actually, I'm going to be talking about this on Friday at Counter Attack. But every single time England have the most amazing side, everyone bigs them up. Paul Merson's like, no one can beat us. We have the most amazing players that we look at from our perspective, through our lenses as well, like that. But it never really works because, first of all, Gareth Southgate is not a big man manager. I know he's taken us to finals, but he never went for the throat against Italy. He dropped Saka in that final for Mason Mount. Why? It was embarrassing seeing what he did to Bukayo Saka, what he brought on Sancho and Rashford for. He ruined them mentally. Sancho's never recovered from that penalty miss, in my opinion, as well. Because we've never gone for the kill. Italy will go for the kill, the silent kill, every single damn time. They did it against Spain in the semi-finals. I was there. What game? Chiesa, baller. Big fan of him. Denmark as well. People sleep on Denmark so much because they're not a big team. They were semi-finalists in the Euros. Great young players coming through as well. Gustav Isaacson on the right wing. They wanted to drop Christian Eriksen because their new midfielders coming through are so much more technical and stronger. The new centre midfielder from Sporting Lisbon has been fantastic this season. And obviously Rasmus Højlund, fantastic striker as well. Germany, they're going to come back into their own. Wirtz, Musiala, Sane. I think they're going to have the home favourites to be semi-finals.
Thank you, Joshua.
Well.
Thank you.
There's nowhere on earth I could sit here and talk about Germany being the favourites.
I think they'll surprise a lot of people as well.
Germany only qualified because they're hosts. They wouldn't have qualified if they weren't for that.
I think they're going to sort themselves out. Nagelsmann will go out with a bang.
They qualified, Hamza, if it wasn't for the fact they were hosts.
Yes, they would have, 100%. It would have been about Albania and Luxembourg and
they would get knocked out by Poland and Wales and Denmark.
We also say Spain are always slept on as well, but they have a very good way of playing. They suit international football so well. One of the best European sides we ever see. They always suit them so well. They just lose to out of European teams as well, like Morocco in the World Cup. And then of course France as well. I'm not going to mention the game I had with Travis today, but when you're looking at some of the players that they have in their side, all over the pitch, it's like a superstar 11 as well. You're looking at them, absolutely fantastic team. I don't think England are going to... I want England to prove me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I really want them to prove me wrong. But we build this team up every single damn time thinking, we're going to win it. It's not different. Tell me why it's different. Tell the audience why it's different. Please.
It's different because he's got a style. You know,
what's the style? Negative, boring, slow.
But we've got killers. You know, you talk about the teams back in the day.
Raheem Sterling's tattoo.
Rooney, Owen. You know, we have good midfielders, good defenders. We've got goals in our team, all levels. We've got more goals than the whole of Europe. Let's put it that way. That's a fact.
The only promising thing is they have very good style of play with different teams. Man City is different to Real Madrid. We've got so many different styles of play from Man United to Tottenham, and they can adapt so well under pressure. These boys. That's what I love about them the most.
Yeah. I mean, I can only see France. I think only France could beat England. I mean, the Dutch are obviously in there, but other than France, you know what? It's because England always back in the day. I'm getting tired. Back in the day, right?
I could go for another hour or so. I've got to eat breakfast.
With England, back in the day, I hear what you're saying, Hamza. But you know what? Like, if you think about when we lost to Portugal in 04, 06, we had really good sides. They had game changers, the Charismas, the Ronaldos. We got the game changers now. We could be rubbish for 120 minutes and just throw on, I don't know, whoever you want. Rashford, he scores a goal. And you can bring that midfield. That's the difference now. We don't have to be good anymore. Only when you're up against France. You talk about Germany. Come on, man. That's just their Wirtz, Musiala. They've got to be at their game. If Saka gets to level, you know, there we go. If Havertz, I mean, they're bloody recalling Tony Cruz, who is a seasoned footballer.
One of the best midfielders of all time.
By the way, I love Cruz.
It's 2024 though. It's 2024. So I love.
He's better than all of our midfielders. You can't say anything about Tony Cruz. Come on now.
In 2024 in June, I don't know. I don't know about that.
England have never had that ball playing midfielder who dictates play in an international tournament that has killed like Tony Cruz has at the World Cup in 2014. You're looking at Michael Carrick being omitted.
He had a whole complete team in 2014 though.
So
You know
do
what
we.
I'm saying?
We don't have
You
that
know?
player with us.
What right now? You're saying right now?
Right now, we don't.
I
Who
disagree,
plays like
man.
Tony
Maybe,
Cruz does?
maybe in yeah, but you don't need Cruz in that way. That's how good we are.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
Disagree.
You know, I hear what you're saying.
That's
I
look
do
at the
think
I knew.
Maybe
Yes,
there's
yes.
Jude,
Ross Barkley.
there's there's Rice, the engine. We don't play that way. Plus, we just got killers up front. We've just got killers up front, man. We've got goals in the team. I don't think we've got to be at our best. We've never been at our best, really, other than what, say, 2018 Russia, and we've got found out in Croatia. Do you think the squad now loses to Croatia in 2018? No way.
Hell no.
Not even with your Modric and your, Rakitics and your,
Mandzukic.
Mandzukic's, who are, who are really good. You're not going to do that. I just think England are just good.
Dario
And
Snar.
they will just turn up. But Spain will be a big threat. Spain will be a big threat. I agree with Spain and France. Spain and France, but Germany, do me a favour, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Genuinely, I don't think England are going to do it, and I genuinely think England will always rule this chance because it's the best squad I've seen. And we say this every 2 years. It's the best squad we've seen in England for ages. It's a generational squad, generational talent, this, that, and the other. I don't want to be a naysayer, but we've seen it too many times before. Like literally, I was after the Euros penalty shootout, I was laughing. I was just there like, like I knew it would happen because Italy just know how to do the job, and the managers especially. People forget the managers are very, very big way of handling the mindset of the players as well. Gareth Southgate doesn't handle the mindset very, very well of England. There's always like, oh yeah, it's fine. Better luck next time.
No, it's different.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I disagree.
I disagree.
I think it depends on like England. It's all about expectations. Like Southgate's got England to a point where no one's done before in 20 years. Yes, he failed in Italy. Yes, he failed in the semi-final in Croatia. But what did Sven do? Lose 2 penalty shootouts. What did Roy Hodgson do? Did he ever get out of the group of Costa Rica, Italy, who's the other team? Uruguay. Like, if we're talking about England's history,
Iceland,
and then there we go, 2016, Iceland losing the last 16. We didn't even qualify for one of these tournaments with McLaren in terms of the last 24 years. England, for me, right now, are in the strongest position they've been in. I'm not saying they're going to win it. I do think there's tactical issues with Southgate. I agree with that. But this is the best team we've had in like 10, 15 years. It's a better team than the Dele Alli 2016 Euro team. So give you some confidence as well. The pressure going into the Wembley final for Italy, England should have gone for the juggler. They should have beaten them. They should have played Saka. I hear that. But we've still got some
go
final.
for the media narrative. Oh, you're playing against Bonucci and Chiellini. You've got Emerson left back, for goodness sake, who's now the first choice left back at West Ham. Bukayo Saka rinses him 10 times out of 10. Even that Bukayo Saka, who's fantastic in that tournament, he changed the fortunes of that side as well. Because remember, Saka came in that third group stage game and absolutely killed it. Yeah. But Southgate doesn't stick to his guns and he falls a lot at the final hurdle. And we've seen it time and time and time.
No, but you know what? I feel like this tournament, he's gonna kind of let it loose a little bit. I feel like I look at the teams in there. I know what you're saying about Denmark and Italy and this. I don't think there's really much, apart from France, I don't fear any other team. I think we beat the Dutch. I think we get Spain. Cool, technically they've got good players. I think we beat Spain.
Remember, international football's technical football. It's slow.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah, but where France had the upper hand over us before, they had younger players that were playing big roles in their clubs at the time. Now you look at England, we're getting that. You've got the Jude that's got the aura at Real Madrid. You've got Bukayo Saka doing his thing at Arsenal. You have Kobe. All right, cool, it's just started, but we see what he's already done at Man United. So I feel like we're in such a good place. And when we win it, I want everyone to comment, say, Matt, oh my God, Matt, bull, you're right. I need my praise, man. Yeah, I want my praise because it's happening. Yeah.
Remember the day, the time, 12/29, 21st of March. Matt knows all.
Stamp that.
I think England will do well. I don't know about winning it, but they'll do well. I don't think they'll flop. They'll do well.
Winning it. But listen,
if they get to the final and it's not France.
Can we get Travis's thoughts for the outro just before we?
Yeah, go on, Travis. Go on. Let us know England is tell us it's coming home.
In the Sean Dyche voice.
It's coming home, boys.
That's it. But listen, lads, it was a pleasure, man. England Euro 2024 squads. We're going to do a part 2, like Hamza said.
Can I just say, this tier list was absolutely fantastic. So I'd love to do more of these on your platform. if that's
Listen,
okay.
we're gonna do more, 100%. And I feel like as who was the worst team, Joshua can take the lead again next time, because I'm not sure about these lists. You know what I mean? And you know what it was? It's because Joshua too busy combing his hair. People didn't see that off camera. You know?
He's ready for it. He had the comb ready. He's doing his beard.
Joshua
looking good.
looking fresh now because brushing.
Anyway,
Anyway,
his skincare routine's looking good for Joshua. That's what happens when you're being paid like a commentator in football. Crazy. That Clive Tilsley money's crazy, Joshua.
Now, big up Joshua. Number one king of voice notes and that, man. He's the man, man. Joshua's the man. But listen, boys, it's been a pleasure. You know, England Euro 2024 squad. I'm getting excited because it's coming home. Gosh, let me calm down. But yeah, guys,
don't wait the neighbors.
Know where they can find you, man. Let people know what you're doing. Rest of the season, international break. Let them know. Apart from fasting for us free, but let people know the rest of it.
It's true. Joshua, you go ahead first. I've got a long list.
Yeah, I'm available. J Don Call Twitter. Busy, man. Busy. Just last stretch now. What are we? 2 months to end of the season. Looking
domestic season.
Yeah, domestic season. Yeah, sorry. Obviously.
Sorry, you're good with the details like that.
Domestic season. Looking forward to the rest of the season. Yeah, that's what I can say.
All good. All good.
Good to make my debut though on back of the net.
Listen, we're going to be doing
best debut since Wayne Rooney versus Fenerbahce. That's what I'm saying. Best debut.
Yeah, that's it, man. And Matt, when he comes up to Stoke, yeah.
Oh, please. We need a whole day of shooting content with Matthew Travis. It needs to happen. I'd love to see Matthew versus Travis in goal. That'd be great.
No. I see what you're doing there, Hamza. I see what you're doing there. That's not good, you know.
Instigating.
I see what you did.
Travis would eat you up. That's what I'm saying. You'd have to take an Uber back to the train station or something. Travis would kill you. New goalie gloves and everything. Come on now, Travis will kill you.
I've got my Puma V cats. Only Travis knows about that, being a goalkeeper. Yeah, Puma V cats. Yeah,
he actually does as well. You can tell. You can look at that smile.
So, yeah, Travis is like, I know. You don't know that. Anyway,
I don't. I'm not a goalkeeper.
Let them know where they can find you, man. Crossbar. What's it? Crossbar Challenge King. Foot Golf King. Big up him. Wait, hole in one. Let's not forget that as well. Come on.
Got all the records, mate.
That's not a sexual innuendo by Matthew, by the way.
Oh, for goodness sake. But yeah, Travis, let them know. Let them know where they can find you at, man.
Just wherever you can find Hamza, to be fair. I'm always on his channel, so that's, yeah. Just follow him around like a little lapdog, I guess. Yeah.
No, big up. Thanks for coming on, man, Travis. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Matt. Good to be here again.
And big up for doing the squads, because my lack of technology, listen, I'll work on that. So,
remember, it's still learning Windows 98, so it's all new for Matthew.
Hamza, Khan, lead us out.
Let's lead everyone out. Travis, he humbled himself as well. But again, Travis is part of Friday Night Counter Attack as much as I am right now. Is absolutely killing it. Every day, I'd say we're killing it with social media content. We're not looking at slowing down anytime soon. We're doing live streams after 10 o'clock every week or so during Ramadan because I want to keep active, which is good. Travis is absolutely killing it with our production notes on our podcast, which is really good as well. We'll think of new ideas. Crossbar challenges will be out soon when we're editing it properly as well. Penalty Kings as well, this or that. So absolutely fantastic. But outro from me as well. 2 months of the university left, so I'm really, really tired and did an all-nighter last night until I was meant to eat breakfast at 5 o'clock in the morning. So it wasn't the best of decisions for me. Bags are under my eyes, which is not great at all. But again, really enjoying what we're doing right now as well. And I think we've got a very special team of people here that like to collaborate and work in a positive manner as well. So big up to everyone, Joshua, Matthew, Travis, Suki when he's back as well. Big fans of what we're doing as well, which is great fun as well. But no,
we miss you, Suki. We miss you.
We miss you. Suki lives matter. That's what I'm saying.
I need you there on Saturday, man.
It's true.
I need that. Oh, you know what I mean?
Need those voice notes from Suki. It needs to be done. We'll clip this and send it to him as well. It'll be good.
Definitely.
When it's
that
back,
young
it'll
one
be
on
big.
Saturday, that young one. Travis face went from like.
It's just crazy out of nowhere. But no, Friday Night Counter Attack, new podcast out every Friday, and Joshua and Matthew have been predominant in our Ramadan podcast. Remember, Travis, you weren't here for the Champions League top 10 upsets, so you get to listen to it firsthand of who Joshua and Matthew think were the biggest upset in Champions League history. So Travis will get to listen to it firsthand as well. Normally he's on the podcast, but for this one, Matthew and Joshua blew my mind with this one as well. So everyone, Friday Night Counter Attack, new podcast out every Friday, live streams across the week as well. Social media content every single day. And again, big up to Matthew for hosting us for a fantastic live stream, which I could go on for another hour. But again, I know you guys have got work and stuff. I've got to have breakfast and go to bed, which is good. But nicely done, Matthew. Top man.
Nah, big up for having me on, man. Trish was just laughing at you.
Big up for having me on. We're on your show.
For having us on. Big up you guys. It's been a pleasure having you on. No, honestly, like, you know, listen, we come and it's always vibes, always jokes. As you said, Hamza, literally, I could go on. Even I'm working tomorrow, I could just go on.
Let's let Joshua and Travis go to bed, and we'll do part 2 straight away.
But listen,
For Kyle Lives Matter, that's what I'm saying.
For those of you watching, big up for watching Back in the Net podcast. You know where to find me: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of that. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, follow, comment, all of that. Let people know. Share it around.
Matt's Instagram is basically my Instagram tagged with him.
It really is. Collabs. I just get
collabs.
Collab, bang, bang, bang. Yes. But no, listen, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to do plenty of more to the international break rest of the season. It's been a pleasure. We're out, boys. Peace.